It looks like Funko's trying to save money everywhere they can. Is this a good or bad thing? Hey guys, SkittleRampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we're going to be talking about a couple more kind of like Funko company related things. Just some changes they've made recently, whether it's a Fundays event that we're going to talk about in this video, new box stickers. Also, they changed some things up in their shipping process, as well as we're going to touch up on price increases and a couple other things. Now, before we jump into all of our topics, we do have our question of the day, which is, how are you guys doing? I like to ask this every once in a while. I know things are pretty crazy in the world right now, but hopefully everybody is doing okay. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and jump into things. So, as I mentioned, Funko is in full saving mode. It looks like they are trying to save money everywhere they can. Why is this? Well, just in a video the other day, we talked about a couple issues. One being that they are actually changing the sticker, for example. And what I mean by that is that this new sticker here is going on every single exclusive going forward. Now, while there is some new technology implemented into this sticker, it most likely is still cheaper for them to implement this new technology and do one sticker across the board versus doing multiple store sticker exclusives like GameStop, Box Lunch, Hot Topic, Target, etc., etc. To them, it's just cheaper to do one exclusive sticker all around, and I guess it just makes logistics easier when shipping things out, and this pop going that way and this pop going that way. Now, do I personally love that? No, I don't really like the new sticker. I would prefer them to make the same style sticker with the same technology of, you know, trying to be anti-fake and the QR code and all that. I have no issue with the technology put into it. I just have an issue with how the sticker looks. That's my only issue with it, is that the sticker tells you nothing about the exclusivity. It just looks plain and boring in that regard. As I mentioned, I had my wife make up a mock-up of a GameStop version, which would be really cool. But obviously that kind of just contradicts exactly what I just said, where it looks like they're trying to save money across the board and they're cutting costs where they can. Now, the main exclusive sticker aside though, there were some other new things that did develop in the last day that a lot of people are really upset about. And that's the fact that they are changing every other exclusive sticker too. As you can see on these new Spy Family Pops, for example, on this Your Box, you can see that the Chase sticker is actually printed on the cardboard versus being its own separate sticker on the box. There are some pluses and minuses to this. One, it kind of just looks ugly on the box. Is it the end of the world? No, but it just looks kind of ugly with the name pushed to the side there, so it definitely changes things up. And then obviously you don't get that Chase sticker on the box that everybody knows and loves for, you know, the last like 10 years or so. With that being said though, there are pros to this in terms of saving because it's printed on the box versus having to make like 10,000 Chase stickers, if that makes sense. And I gotta assume with less stickers on the box, it kind of increases productivity a little bit, I guess. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is just another cost-cutting measure for Funko. Most likely, it's just cheaper to print it on the box versus having a separate sticker. As you can see with this Funko Shop exclusive here, Bond from the Spy Family set, it has that flocked Chase sticker on it too. So it looks like it's gonna be every sticker across the board, and we are just gonna go to that singular blue Funko sticker on all exclusives. Now, as I mentioned, people are not happy about this. You can pretty much go on any post about the new Spy Family Pops where they have those, you know, new stickers on the box, and there are a majority of people not loving this. And of course, there are also people that do love it. And if you do, let me know in the comments why you do like this change. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. I think it is ugly. I kind of have to agree there, but is it really going to change things all that much? Not necessarily. I do feel like it's one of those situations where people just do not like change and they're not reacting well to this change. I think if you give it a couple months, like a half year or just within the next year, people aren't going to care as much. I think you're going to still get your light complaints, but at the end of the day, when you see that Chase, you're probably still going to buy that Chase. But don't get me wrong, like I said, I am in agreement. I think it looks ugly on the box. I'd much prefer the sticker, but if it's a cost-cutting measure they have to do to still continue to produce the figures that we want to buy, we're gonna have to accept some changes somewhere, you know? I still stand firm on that Funko sticker though, just change the exclusivity to the store already. Overall though, let me know what you guys think about Funko printing stickers on the box. Do you love it or do you hate it? The next cost-cutting measure I saw Funko apply was actually announced today, and that is Fundays. For a while there, we weren't even sure if we were getting a Fundays this year, but it does look like Fundays is taking place this year in June, so it's not far away. And it's going to be outside of SDCC this time around. Granted, it's always kind of been separate from SDCC, but they usually went on at the same time. And for that reason, people always associated the events together. But I think for the first time ever, Fundays will not be going on around the same time as SDCC. And Funko will actually be hosting this at their own store in Funko Hollywood. Now the question is, how is that a cost-cutting measure? Well, it's their own store. They already pay the monthly bills there anyways, and they have this huge space, so why not utilize it for one of the biggest parties they throw of the year? I won't lie to you, I know they were kind of trying to stick with the whole SDCC thing for a while, but I'm actually really surprised since they opened that Funko Hollywood store why they didn't do this sooner. I think this is one of the best ways of saving some money, especially when you have all that space and you advertise it as like one of the best toy stores in the world. So when you have this great space already and you have these giant statues there and it already makes for a really awesome scene, why weren't you using this before to save a bunch of money versus them renting out hotels or renting out private spaces, spending all this money? So that itself is how they are saving money. They're not spending the money to rent a space, they're just utilizing the space they already have, which I personally don't really see a problem with it. The only big complaint I really saw about this is that, one, people are like, oh, Funko's being cheap and cutting costs, which right now, it kind of makes sense to do if they're trying to pay down their debt, so I'm really not going to fault them for that. I think this is actually a smart play. Now, the other complaint that I did see that was a little bit more reasonable was the fact that people are kind of upset that they can't afford 2 trips, meaning that this is in a completely separate month outside of SDCC. Usually people would just plan their trip to SDCC and also plan to go to Fundays because it's all at the same time. But now this is actually a month before, so they have to spend money on a whole nother trip. That is way more reasonable to understand. I understand people don't really have a lot of money right now, so they are doing their best to save for trips like this. So it is a little bit of a bummer that people that really love to go probably won't be able to go this year, but at the same time, it also gives a chance for a lot of newer people that have never had that experience a chance to go, because, you know, June might work out for them a little bit more. I don't know, to be honest, guys. Again, like I mentioned, I think this is kind of a smart play. Also, Funko is actually having Fundays go over the course of 3 days. So that means they are going to get 3 days worth of ticket sales, meaning they are making more money from this event. So out of all the cost-cutting measures we've talked about so far, I think this is definitely one of the smarter ones. Now, if you'd like to find out a little bit more about the details about Fundays this year, make sure to check out Funko's blog, but I'm most likely going to talk about it in tomorrow's video too. Next, on to another money saver that Funko has done in the last kind of like half year, I do want to say, and that is they switched up the shipping company they use. If you may have noticed, if you've ordered off the Funko shop lately, you've gotten DHL. I hate them so much. They suck so bad. They suck so bad. Oh my God. I think it was Eisen. I think it was Eisen that I ordered. And it took, like, I think almost 3 weeks to get Eisen. And I live here in the United States. I've sent packages to different countries, and those people have gotten their packages sooner than I would get my order from Funko. How does that make any sense? Oh, I hate DHL so much, and I feel like it needs to be said by more people. They are so slow. And again, this is one of those cost-cutting measures that Funko is using them over places like UPS because it's just cheaper. But you want to know the best part about that is that we are waiting longer for our packages and still paying the same price in shipping. How does that make any sense? This is one of the things that I'm going to rant about in today's video. And I'm hoping a lot of people agree with me. I know a lot of people do agree with me, but let me know if you do agree with me in the comments. It's just crazy because, like, this is one of the cost-cutting measures I don't like because it takes so long and it kind of discourages me from ordering from Funko unless they do have, you know, exclusive pop that I do want. But at the end of the day, I do not want to be paying the same shipping price and waiting 2 to 3 weeks for my package. Well, guys, that kind of covers pretty much a majority of what I wanted to talk about. Funko's just kind of in full saving mode right now, saving everywhere they can. As I mentioned before, they were in a lawsuit. They had to pay out $15 million. So that definitely put a dent in them. They're still in a lot of debt, even though they had a decent earning call just a couple months ago. So it's a little crazy with Funko right now. I do encourage you to do your own research on a lot of this. I am just giving you my thoughts on the whole situation. Now, the one constant I don't like, though, is that all of these changes are going to be applied, all these new cheaper methods. The price is going to go up, but once all this tariff stuff is done, those prices are not coming down. That's what I hate so much about price increases, is that all of these companies use this as a way to increase the prices, but the prices never come back down. That's what's annoying about it. Though by some miracle, if the prices do come down from all these companies on these products after everything is said and done, I will happily say I was wrong, but usually that is not the case. Usually the prices just stay the same until the inevitable next increase. At the end of the day, guys, we're gonna like some of the choices Funko's making right now, and we're not gonna like some of the choices Funko's making. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything we just went over. Do you like some of the choices Funko are making, or do you absolutely not like it? Are some of these things the final straw for you to get out of collecting, or will you still continue to buy as you do? I do appreciate you guys listening to my thoughts on these things. I know these videos aren't always fun, but I think it's good every once in a while to talk about the more serious things a little bit more in depth versus just ignoring them. Alrighty guys, that's everything I have for you today. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to end off this video by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.